Welcome to the SPORTWRAP Saturday studio with Ashwin Bedi as we keep you abreast, informed, engaged on the latest local and international sports. What you've just been witnessing is the Africa Union Sports Council Region 5 Karate Federation Championships, which started yesterday. And countries competing have been Namibia, Mozambique, South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Angola. We've got so much more news coming through to you. We'll also have highlights from that karate tournament a little later on the show. But for now, let's take a quick break.
My Zone presents My Zone Schools Esports Competition.
Still possibilities.
Round 1, 3, 2, 1.
No surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
From deep three-point range, Green with the
Join us on the 27th of July at the MTC Innovation Hub for an action-packed day of esports excitement.
So let's get into some local sport before we cross over to the NRU rugby clash between FNB Western Suburbs and FNB REHO FALCON. We are absolutely excited to be bringing that one to you. So right now, what's been happening, what is currently happening is the Nedbank Good Series, Nedbank for Good Series Round 4. This is golf, currently taking place at the Oshakati Golf Club. The golf commenced this morning and is expected to conclude by 5 p.m. A total of 19 players are taking part, of which 3 are women. Now, the best male and female player will advance to the finals, which will be played at Omea Golf Club on the 4th of October. Here is Dan Zuibo, Nedbank for Good Series coordinator, and Leo Franz, a 15-year-old member of the Oshakati Golf Club.
Dan, we are at the Shakati Golf Club. Just tell us what's happening here.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We're out here for the 5th time running for the Nedbank for Good Series at the Oshakati Golf Club. We've got 19 players out there today. Might not sound a lot, but that's pretty much 95% of the playing members at Oshakati Golf Club. We've got 3 ladies partaking as well in their own division, so 16 men and 3 ladies out there. Slightly windy conditions today, which makes things interesting. But the last guys are just coming in on our clubhouse leader of the men is relying on 25 points, Wayne Benjamin. He's a committee member here, and our defending champion from last year, Evelyn Shilongo, is leading the ladies section.
Okay, tell us from here where to.
From here, this is the 4th event of the 2024 series. Well, from here, we're going to Marintal, which is a very popular stop. From there, we'll go to Oshakati, and then we'll do the coastal swing at the coast, which is Henties Bay, Walfish Bay, and Raspunt, with the 10th and final event to be played at Winter Golf and Country Club.
Okay, tell us, how does one get involved in this series? How do you sign up? What's the process?
Well, the first thing is you need to contact your local club. We had a brief discussion last night about memberships. So the best thing is pick up your golf club, contact your local club, join the club, and then you've got to pay your membership fees. You become an active member, and from there you start getting your handicap. Handicap is quite a funny thing, but it's also unique because you can compete against guys which are way better than you because you've got a handicap system to assist you.
Okay. From my background, from my knowledge, golf is played on the lawn. Here we are playing in the bushy area. Tell us what can be done to improve this and how does it affect the game of golf?
Well, hopefully we've got some influential corporate companies out there or big businessmen to come back here every year. You can see that the guys are hungry to play golf. There's a lot of juniors actively involved here. We've grown the ladies section by 100% every year. So we need guys to invest and see whether there's water available here. I know the committee members have discussed this, just to get a normal pipeline system running and seamless, whether we can get grass on the tee boxes and the green.
Franz, Leo, you are here at the Shakati Golf Club for the Nedbank's series. Just tell us what you do here and yeah.
I'm here as a player, but I can also carry for someone in case of no carries or like financial mental problems. Yeah, so you know, golf is a very sensitive thing, and it's not all about getting there, it's about trying it. So all you need to do is have manners, respect, and what do you call this?
Be humble.
And you must be humble. Yeah.
Okay.
You must also be friendly.
Okay.
Because you play, like you can maybe be 6 or 5 in the same group. Yeah, and the best part of it is that you are like gonna win the prize alone.
Yes.
You're not gonna share it with anyone like soccer.
Okay. Tell me, you've said that golf, you've traveled Namibia through golf.
Yeah.
You go to places like Swakop or Anjamun. Tell me, how does it feel to travel the country, and was always do you ever thought it was going to happen like that?
No, I never thought it was going to happen. But it feels really great, man. The thing is, when you go there, sometimes don't even think about golf anymore. You enjoy, you play, you meet friends, you talk to friends you never talk to. You know, you go to places you never
Family
went.
members also.
Family members.
Yeah.
You know, like to me, I was the first child.
Okay. Tell us now, you see, there's not nice infrastructure for golf, because I'm sure you've went to other towns, you've seen how nice their golf lawns look like and all that. How does it feel when you see playing here, and then when you go there, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel bad because those guys, they are really to their advantage. They play on grass, like us, we play on the sand. Then when we go there, we play on the grass. It's way more difficult for us because we putt on the greens with oil and they putt on the grass. So when we go there, we try to get the feeling, and then from there they don't try to get the feeling anymore. They are going to try to get some other things that we don't know.
Okay. So it's just like soccer. Imagine you're training on the ground and then you have to go play on the grass.
Yes.
So okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Tell us in terms of we understand that you earlier talked about challenges that you are facing personally. You need support. Tell us what kind of support.
Now, the Namibia Wrestling Federation has a team of 2 wrestlers and the coach who are headed over to the African Beach Wrestling Championships in Senegal, Dakar. In fact, they are there already. Lafras Ace and Esther Abraham will be wrestling it out on the beach in the 90 kgs and 60 kilogram kg categories today. All the best to them. And of course, Coach Charles van der Merwe, who is acting as both coach and is also a referee at the event. Here they are live from Senegal, Dakar.
Hello, I'm Charles van der Merwe and I'm the coach for the Namibian wrestling team for the beach wrestling. And we are here in Dakar, Senegal for the African Beach Wrestling Tournament. We're also doing a referee and coaches course on the beach wrestling. And we also have 2 wrestlers here. I participated last year in the beach wrestling. In Mauritius, now they are participating here in the African Championships. Peter Lafras Ace and Esther Abraham. And we're looking forward to getting a medal. I know they are still junior, but if they can get a medal here in Africa, then hopefully we can do good in the world under 20 championships. I think beach wrestling is the future of wrestling, because beach wrestling will be part of the Olympic Games in the youth 2026 and also in 2028 Olympic Games. There will also be beach wrestling. So it's a good format for us to learn from this beach wrestling, and it falls from the traditional African wrestling. So it's very easy to understand for the spectators. It's very cheap. Everyone can participate. It's very good for development of wrestling to go to a more Olympic, older style wrestling. And I think it's a good thing for us for the future to get medals at the Olympic Games.
Hey Namibia, my name is Esther Abraham. I'm once presenting again Namibia in the beach wrestling in Senegal, Dakar. competing in the 60 kg in senior. Pretty excited. Like my coach said, it's seniors and we are still juniors. Hopefully what we can hope for is good results with my fellow teammate, Lafras, Peter Reis. All we are hoping for is good results. Thank you.
Hi Namibia, this is Peter Lafras Ace. Last year we competed at the Mauritius Beach Wrestling Tournament where I placed first and Esther also. Me and Esther are still in the junior category, but we're wrestling in the senior category, so we're at a age disadvantage, but we still have high hopes to reap good results. Tomorrow we are wrestling. I am wrestling in the 130 kilogram division. Esther is wrestling in the 60. And so we hope we can bring you good results back home.
All right, in a quick rugby update, as you swing over to rugby, we're about to start building up to the match. Fly half Andre van der Berg and winger Gershwin Mouton, notable rugby talents, Namibians, are set to join French clubs impacting the national squad announced by coach Alistair Coetzee. Van der Berg, with 7 caps, was anticipated to play in the upcoming games against Blue Bulls in Portugal, but will instead join USA Limoges, and Gershwin Mouton, who scored tries against Italy and Uruguay at the last World Cup, will join Grenoble. Now, internationally, Wales is currently, right now, facing South Africa in a neutral venue, Twickenham, as Warren Gatland desperately seeks improvement. Now, ahead of travelling to face Australia in a 2-test tour, Wales entered the home of English rugby to begin their summer of action, emerging from a first Six Nations wooden spoon. Now, South Africa, playing their first game since October's victorious World Cup final versus New Zealand, are warming up ahead of the welcoming Six Nations champions Ireland for their own 2-test tour. And the United Rugby Championship will be decided today at 6 p.m. as the Vodacom Blue Bulls take on the Glasgow Warriors. Here's Ari and Mike on some thoughts before their game.
Mike Loftus Versveld, dit is groot ene, dit is eindstryd. Dit is thuis die bulle teen Glasgow Warriors. Dit is 'n groot ene. Dit is lekker vir Suid-Afrikaanse rugby om weer 'n eindstryd te hê ook.
Baie lekker. En ek dink dit is wat dit so interessant gemaak het. Is niemand het gedink die bulle wat tweede lê op die lys gaan 'n tuisveld voordeel kry in 'n finaal nie. En hier Glasgow Warriors vriend en vyand nou verras en eintlik vir die bulle 'n guns gedoen. Dis nooit maklik om op Loftus te gaan speel nie. En ek dink regtig dit is iets wat alle Suid-Afrikaanse ondersteuners eintlik maar kan gaan ondersteun. Dis die 3de keer wat die finaal in Suid-Afrika aangebied word en ek dink dit is soos jy sê, dis 'n groote. Die eerste keer sedert 2009, 2010 wat in Suid-Afrika by die bulle weer 'n groot finaal is. So ek dink hulle ondersteuners het dit nodig.
Ja, is uitgehonger en daar was 'n finaal wat die bulle ingespeel het 2 jaar terug in Kaapstad. Maar hierdie is om 'n tuis eindstryd te hê beteken baie vir die, soos die Engelse sê, die franchise. Span gewys. Die voorspelers is 'n jong, ek sien die oudste een is 29 en hy pak. Maar die bulle is besig om daar pak voorspelers te bou. Cameron Hannekom, hoe goed was hy op 8ste man hè?
En dit is die een speler wat ek dink op die stadium alle ondersteuners van enige, maak nie saak wie jy ondersteun nie, Cameron is op almal se lippe en almal begin nou na hom kyk en sê hoor, kan dit en die volgende 8ste man en losvoorspeler dalk wees wat in die Springbok setup is. Ons weet natuurlik dat die spelers is nou daar vir die finaal, so ons gaan dalk nog 'n tydjie moet wag voor hy dalk deel word van enige oefengroep of gesprekke, maar ek dink dis een van die spelers wat definitief in die vizier sal wees vir die toekoms.
Sielkundig dalk net op Mike, as die semifinaal was Leinster is heeltyd in die media ook opgebou as die oorweldigende, nie oorweldigende, maar die gunstelinge. Hoewel dit op Loftus was, sien dit met hulle reputasie. Nou is dit 'n geval van Glasgow Warriors het nie dieselfde reputasie as Leinster nie. Dink jy daar's 'n bietjie van 'n risiko dat hulle kan die boelspan hulle effens kan onderskat? Gaan seker nie so praat in die kleedkamer nie, maar is dit ergens op die voorgrond?
Ek dink tog jou ingesteldheid teen 'n wedstryd waar jy die gunsteling is teenoor die Engelse gesegde is underdog. Ek dink tog daar speel tog mentally speel daar 'n rol in terme van jou voorbereiding vir so 'n wedstryd. Maar ek dink as daar een span is gewys deur die loop van die seisoen dat hulle nie onderskat kan word nie, is dit Glasgow. Dis 'n span wat baie goed toer. Hulle het gewys dat hulle kan wegwedstryde, nodige wegwedstryde wen en daar waar hulle verloor met bonuspunte wegstap. So hierdie gaan 'n baie interessante finaal wees. By Loftus Versveld, 'n moeilike veld om te speel, tuisveld voordeel vir die sogenaamde gunstelinge, maar Glasgow sal kom met 'n missie.
All right, it's time for us to start talking NRU rugby. Yes, it's what we are here for. We'll be crossing over at 3:30 for Western Suburbs versus REHO FALCON. But let's talk about one of the other stories that's currently happening. UNAM and Wanderers, that top spot. They seem to keep exchanging it right now in a hard-fought game. FNB UNAM overcame an early deficit to win 29-24 against Grootfontein, which essentially puts them at the top of the log. We're going to see how they're going to be able to fight that one out as time goes on between Wanderers and UNAM, of course. Keeping in mind, today's game is between Western Suburbs and REHO FALCON. But before we talk about that, we actually have some predictions from Hoy Koller before we get into all of that. Just to keep in mind of that competition at the top of the table, Wanderers and UNAM, their last clash was epic. It was absolutely epic. Let's have a look at the highlights from that game.
And now for the highlights of the top of the table clash involving UNAM and Wanderers. There we have a conversion after the first try by Tonderai and 2 in the second minute of this match. And there we have UNAM contesting there the ball, winning it. UNAM on the attack, kick upfield, chased, mistake, Alcino, and then he sends Sharif Titus over for the leveler in the 31st minute of this highly contested match. And the conversion was added and scores were level. Here we have another build-up to the third try in this game. Tonderai in 2 scoring his second, flying Tonderai in 2. Adding his second and the score edge on, and then Van der Berg adding the conversion, 14-7 for the host. That was in the 35th minute, and then a penalty by Andre van der Berg. He sends it right through the poles, and it's 17-7. And then in the 49th minute, very highly contested match here. Game went into overdrive. Andre van der Berg there with the try, and there we have another attempt by one of the replacements for UNAM, and he hits the upright, and here comes a try by Sharif Titus in the 68th minute. That was Johannes Mwenyo who tried to hit a penalty for UNAM. Sharif Titus puts it down underneath the posts, and Mwenyo added the conversion, and 21 points for UNAM and 17 for the host. And then Darius van Solms is going to visit the try line. Good stuff there.
UNAM gekry. Dit is die eerste begin van die seisoen het hulle ons gewen op hulle veld. Ek meen dit is lekker om hom terug te kry op ons veld.
Ek sien net 'n medalje.
Ja, hierdie enetjie dra ek al 2 weke. Ek het hom by Robert gekry daai kant. Ek dra hom, maar ek dra hom met trots. Ek meen dit is maar rugby, daar gaan altyd beserings wees.
'n Wedstryd wat behoorlik wipplank gery het. Wat wil jy vir jou opponente sê?
Ja, ek moet sê well done UNAM. Dit was 'n tough game, dit was regtig. Ons het geweet van die begin af dit gaan 'n moeilike game wees. Ek dink eers UNAM met hulle sterkste span voorgesit. Ek moet sê ons ookie, mense het maar beserings.
Now, today's home team, FNB Western Suburbs, defeated Simonis Storm Dolphin 22-8 in Swakopmund. So, of course, they're trying to get a streak going. That was their third win of the season. And REHO FALCON are certainly pulling their socks up, and they're not going to take their trip to Windhoek lightly. Here are some predictions from Andrew, Brian, and Anushka, joined by Western Suburbs and REHO FALCON leaders.
I mean, ons het nog 'n paar wedstryde wat ons moet predictions hê vir die naweek.
Ja, kom ons begin by die Namabiese wedstryde, so die klapwedstryde.
Yes.
So Wanderers teen Kudus op Walvis Bay.
Ek sal sê Wanderers 28, Kudus 25. Tight game. Maar ek gaan vir Wanderers.
Okay. En Grootfontein Dolphin? Ons praat nie oor Grootfontein nie, so jy beter stil bly. Of het jy vergeet 330,000 views?
Okay, ons praat nie oor dit nie, maar okay. Ons praat nie oor dit nie. Maar as ons praat van predictions, kom ons gaan dan met die Wanderers. Grootfontein sal ek vir laaste hou.
Die Wanderers, ek sal ook sê, ek sal hom ook gee vir Wanderers. Dit sal 'n redelike knap ene wees. Is ook so, daar sal strafskop 'n bietjie mis wees, so daai so 'n 22-17 in Wanderers se guns.
Jy moes nou die onderste een gevat.
Ek gaan going against the grain hier. Ek gaan met Kudus gaan. Ja, House of Pain. Kudus is net iets anders by hulle se huis. So ek sal sê as Kudus, die predictions sal wees 28-19.
Ek dink ook ja, met die ouens wat dalk by Wanderers uit is wat nie kan speel nie. Ons het nog nie gesien hoe lyk hulle span nie. Miskien Denzel Brouwer wat daar ingekom het van Pole af en so.
Wag, is Denzel terug by Wanderers?
Ja, van die seisoen is terug. Ag, is verby van in Pole.
Okay, nou dit is op jou Denzel. Hy was ons eerste gas op Gooi Kole julle. So hierso is 'n Kiwana Delight. Ek noem dit Michelle se liver damage.
There we go.
Hierso.
Hierdie is baie lekker by the way.
Nee.
Hierdie is, ja.
Dankie. Welkom terug Brian.
Baie dankie.
Ons is bly en dit is op Gooi Kole.
All right, so here is the log before we get into today's clash. UNAM at the top, followed by Wanderers, Kudus, Grootfontein, REHO FALCON at 5th. They're playing against Western Suburbs, which are currently at 8th, hoping to change their fortunes. So without further ado, it is Western Suburbs, REHO FALCON. This is the FNB NRU Rugby.